Just think that you are in the following situation. I'm your father. I'm asking you, why should I eat lettuce and salads? Is there any reason? Because I still love meat. Is there any reason to eat those greeny leaves?
Yes, there is many reasons to eat greeny leaves because, first of all, green signifies that there's a lot of chlorophyll, which is very good because when you're eating plants, you're getting all the nutrients, you're getting all the proteins, you're getting all the macro and micronutrients that you need. And a lot of people are fixated on meat products for protein, but they don't understand that plants offer the same. So I would encourage you as my dad. I would always fix you up nice lettuce, nice spinach, nice kale for you to eat. And you can also make it lovely. You don't have to serve it as it is. You can just spice it up and make it look very pretty.
Do you personally love to eat fish?
Fish, no, not really my favorite, but I don't mind tasting or trying depending where I am. So
Have you ever tasted fish pâté?
no, I haven't. I haven't tasted that.
Would you mind giving an introduction and giving a bit of background? Your complete name, the full name is?
Okay, my name is Gugulethu Mahlangu. I was born in a small town called Emalahleni, a city of coal, and I went to school. I went to varsity, University of Pretoria, and I'm also currently studying at the University of South Africa, and I'm doing my BSc in agricultural sciences. And I love nature. I love food. I am a typical millennial. I love, traveling. I love, socializing. So that's who I am.
Well, in Germany, I don't know even one young lady who wants to study agriculture because it's hard work. You have to get up quite early. You are dirty after hours. Yeah. So why did you choose agriculture? Is your family related to agriculture?
My grandmother was a farmer, even if it wasn't commercial, but she fed us through her garden. And I used to visit her all the time. And I sincerely believe that she planted a seed, growing up because I used to love visiting her. And when she passed on, I was getting into university, so I was confused. I don't think we have a lot of training from what do you do after varsity. It's always a confusing time. I don't think I'm unique there. So I knew I wanted to do science, but I really wasn't sure what. So when I left varsity, it was a perfect opportunity for me because now I'm back home. I'm unemployed. I'm not doing anything to really try to figure out, hey, what is it that you want to do? What is it that speaks to you as a person? And what is it that you can see yourself doing effortlessly? And, it just started taking my phone, sometimes just, read a Farmer's Weekly article or maybe just watch a video. And the more I did that, the more interest I got in where our food actually comes from, and the whole process of that and the opportunities available. And that's when I really started taking interest and passion in that. That's when I realized that it's not roses. It's not what my ideal sense of what agriculture is. But that didn't deter me at all. I think I found the right people, found like-minded people who showed me that you can make a career out of this. It doesn't have to be a hobby. It doesn't have to be small scale. And I think once I realized that, I invested my time and energy into trying it out.
So if you try to foresee the future, and now you're currently working on aquaponics farm, how serious is aquaponics in future? Is that just perhaps a cul-de-sac of agriculture? Will we have more or less always the conventional way of agriculture, or is that the future?
I think it is the future, and I think it's up to a lot of us to change the mindset because currently, especially in South Africa, people strive for land, people strive for a lot of they feel like agriculture or success means land size. And I think that's the mentality that we should be changing as aquaponic farmers, to say, hey, land, it's a very touchy subject in South Africa right now. You can make it commercial on a much smaller scale and still be very successful. So I think we have a lot of awareness to bring to farmers, especially young farmers that want to take up the space of agriculture, that want to be in a place where they can see it as a career after their degree, to say, here's a new system for you guys, come see what we're about. And it's technology, which is very exciting for us youngsters. So I think we have a beautiful task ahead.
Just let's have some funny ideas. Imagine tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock on a Saturday, the phone rings and you all of a sudden hear, hi, my name is Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm the president. Do you have any idea, Google, what can I do? How should I decide the next steps when it comes to agriculture? What would be your advice to Cyril?
After fainting, or I would definitely tell the president that he needs to really understand the agriculture sector, that there is a lot of us, because that's also another misconception, that where are the youngsters trying to farm? We are here, and we are trying to get into a place where it's easy for us to tamper into it. So we need the government support when it comes to building these systems and the designs, and training facilities. Maybe fund us to go learn from commercial farms such as Findlay farms, so that they can teach us how to be profitable, how to be scalable, and also how to not worry about land. If you can do this in your backyard, if you can do this in your grandmother's farm, communal lands especially, it is about putting back. So I would advise him to look at our communal lands. There's a lot of youngsters there, to build such projects, technological projects there, and to uplift and promote communities, so that everyone can start understanding that there's aquaponics. It's a different way of growing our foods, but it's sustainable. It gives us lovely produce, lovely fresh greens, lovely, tomatoes, lovely mints and herbs. So it's really up to us to introduce that development in our communities.
Would you agree if I state that aquaponics is nothing else than just copying nature, since it's a circle?
I would definitely agree that we are mimicking nature. When it comes to growing our produce, we ensure that we mimic nature. So the fish gives us ammonia. We have a mineralization unit that changes the fish waste into nitrates that we can use to grow our plants. So that's like our fertilizer, and it's organic. So it's definitely mimicking nature in a system, in using technology. And that may seem strange or new to someone, but once they understand that from seed to produce, we are replicating what nature does. We're getting organic fertilizers. We're ensuring that our plants are kind of immersed in DWC, so they're getting the nutrients constantly, and we are protecting them via shade nets. People get to understand that we are still feeding the plant what it needs, and even better.
Where do you see yourselves at the end of the decade, so in the year 2030? Will you be a successful farmer with lots of land, driving your own roads, or where do you see yourself?
I believe that smart farming is the future, and I would like to be in the forefront of that when it comes to getting my own farm and getting into the smarter way of doing things, thinking ahead, and really pioneering that, because I feel like we are already leading as a Findlay Farms. So in 10 years, I feel like we'll already be in the forefront, and that's going to be a perfect opportunity for us to recruit more people into building more of these systems.
So you will own a farm?
I will definitely own a farm.
So if I would now start building an aquaponics farm, what would be your advice? What kind of greeny leaves, or perhaps should I switch to strawberries or to Cape gooseberry? What would your advice to me?
My advice would be, we have a DWC system here, which
What is
is deep
DWC?
water culture. So we are immersing all of these plants that you see behind me in water, and we are constantly feeding the water with oxygen and nutrients. So this is the system that I know, and I would definitely encourage it, because I see how from seed to product that you give the chance of the plant to grow healthy. And when you put it here, it's an ever growing system. So from summer to winter, your system is very secured, so you can forever make profits and grow. And nothing gets lost, nothing gets wasted, everything gets recycled. So I would advise for the system.
When I was a young man and actually grew strawberries next to Pretoria, I had a gardener whose name was Alfred Oberdrankomise. In those years, Alfred was already 75 years old. And he always gave me the following advice: Jürgen, never employ a woman as a farmer. Farm work is not woman's choice. Forget it. They are not able to do farming. As a woman in the new generation, what would you tell Alfred now? Is farming still a thing for males, or did that change?
Absolutely. And I would show him the current female farmers that are doing amazing work in farming as we speak. And a lot of the times, even on this farm, we have over 6 females that are currently working here, and they add so much value, because especially with the handling of such delicate micro leaves and our lettuce, they are always there, and we need them there, because the guys don't really handle the produce very well. We females bring an essence of nurturing, bring an essence of keeping the place neat. We bring a sense of structure that is needed, and I feel that if you want to underestimate a woman, you can do that at your own peril.
What would be your advice to actually a German investor who was interested in investing in farming either in South Africa or in the African continent or internationally, having in mind that we've got a climate change?
I would advise investors to look into smart farming. I would advise investors to look into young people, especially in Africa. I think the young people are the change makers, the future farmers, the future leaders. So I would advise into something that I can see, in 10 years down the line, we don't have to worry about climate change. This is a system that you can replicate somewhere else. This is a system that is secure. This is a system that you can forever grow throughout the year and can give you your returns back. So I would definitely advise him to look into that, look into Africa, look into young people in Africa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.